everyone. Welcome to another day of Boys and Girls Club on the Go. My name is Miss J, and today is Wellness Wednesday. So I am so excited that y'all are here today. We have something really fun planned for you all. As always, if you're tuning in, make sure you have the permission of your parent or guardian to go live with us and interact with us. With their permission, please share what site you're from, and you can also share your name with their permission, and we'll give you a shout out. Also, if you are watching, you're not a club member, or if you are or from a different state or city, please come into the chat and share with us where you're from. And of course, we want to thank all of you for tuning in with us and joining us. As always, we want to remind you of safety, including hand washing, not touching your face, making sure that you're social distancing. And that's actually going to be a major part of Wellness Wednesday today. So Wellness Wednesday is a part of our Triple Play program. Triple Play is all about mind, body, and soul, and making sure that we are doing our best to take the best care of our body, whether that be through physical activity, that can also be through eating healthy, and making sure that we're just in a really great mental space. And today, we are going to do a Triple Play activity to focus on sneezing, which is something that's really popular right now. We are going to guess how far a sneeze can go. So let's get started. I'm going to move the camera a little bit so that you all can see my workspace and so that we can work through this together and figure some things out. Give me just a moment. I am adjusting so that you all can see my workspace. Okay. So as you can see here, we have our boudoir, and I also have this paper down. So the materials that you'll need for today's activity are very minimal. You will only need paper, and you can use any kind of paper. It's best to use paper that will show liquids. So if you have any newspaper, that will work. You can also use regular construction paper, but you want enough paper to be able to go a far distance and to be able to really see the color of the liquid on the paper. You will also need a spray bottle. This is a spray bottle, very simple, that I got from home. However, if you have an empty cleaning bottle, you can ask an adult if you have one at home that's not in use anymore. They can clean it out thoroughly for you and refill it with water. You can also use any sort of spray bottle that you may have at home, but we want to make sure that it's one that sprays in this way and that can really get far distance. And if you want to make some guesses or put together a hypothesis, you can have a ruler, which is something that we will be utilizing today. And I also just have some scrap paper and crayons so that I can take notes, write down my questions and my guesses, and see what really happens. So, as we all know, I'm pretty sure everyone here has probably sneezed. So if you sneeze, you know that you are releasing liquid from your nose. And when that happens, it kind of goes into the air, which is why at the beginning of our lives, we usually tell you to cover with your arm or cover with a tissue or something, and of course wash your hands afterwards. But let's see how far those sneezes can really go. So I have my ruler here, and I am going to make a guess and say that I believe the sneeze will go about 3 feet. If you have any guesses back home, please definitely share them. So I'm marking here that I feel that my sneeze, which isn't a real sneeze, my spray bottle sneeze here, which is clean water, will go about 3 feet on my paper. So I'll make that prediction also here. Miss Danielle guesses that it will go 4.5 feet. So, another prediction. Do you think that it will go straight in a straight line? Do we think that it will disperse and cover a wide area? So let's say, how wide do we think it'll go? I'm going to say about 2 feet wide. So okay, we have Amber saying 4 feet. So let's see what happens. So I have my spray bottle here. I will try to go a little bit further back so that you all can see the beginning point. So I'm at the very beginning of the paper. I am about a foot above, and I'm going to spray the bottle 1 time. So with my first spray, let's see how many droplets we get. Okay. So as you all can see, I did my first spray. I don't see anything on the paper. However, when I touch it, I can feel wetness. Now I'm going to do a few more sprays. So I did 10 sprays. Let's see what we have. So as you all can see, for the sprays that were closer, the droplets were definitely a lot bigger. We can see here we have some, and the paper is definitely wet. Can you all see the droplets there? So I predicted 3 feet. Here's my 3 feet mark, and I definitely have a few droplets that are still pretty large that made it that far. However, I do know that some people predicted further. We had some 4 feet. I see we have a few that are saying 5.5, and my droplets did go further. So I think that's about 2 feet further away from my 3 feet mark, probably putting us at 5 feet. Wow. So how about we try it again? And Mr. Sergio is making a very great point that, considering that the sneeze is going at least 5 feet, that means that we should definitely follow the 6 feet social distancing rule. So I'm going to mark on my paper here that the furthest it went from my initial marking was a little over 5 feet. So whoever made the 5 feet guess, great job. Okay, so now that we can see how far the sneeze will go, let's try a few more things. So oftentimes we tell people not to sneeze in their hands. Can you all see me? Is the lighting behind too dark? Let me try switching the other way. Okay. So oftentimes we tell people not to sneeze in their hands, and we may wonder why. So let's see what happens if we spray the spray bottle one time on our hands and how many droplets we get there. So do y'all think that the droplets will disperse in the air, that my hand will remain dry? Do you think that it will be mostly wet? What do you think will happen? Let's see. So if this is my nose and this is my hand and I'm covering it for a sneeze, let's see what happens. Wow. Can y'all see that? So this is my hand, completely dry. And this is my hand after the spray bottle sneeze. Do you see how wet that is? And full of germs. Exactly, Miss Katie. So this is exactly why we say you should not sneeze in your hands. Because let's say I sneezed in my hand and then I go and pick up a crayon. Now all my friends will have the germs if they also use these crayons, and anything else that I touch will also have these germs. So this is another reason why hand washing is extremely important. Again, oftentimes people say, let's sneeze into our elbow. Same thing, which it's better to sneeze into your elbow because you're not actively touching things with your elbow, but let's see what happens when we do that as well. Again, you can even see even better, my elbow is wet. So even if you are sneezing into your elbow, it's extremely important to make sure that you're sanitizing that area as well, to make sure that you're not touching people or doing too many elbow bumps or anything like that to spread further germs. Now, I also have a tissue here. Exactly, Miss Amber, the germs will just stay on your elbow. We also have here a napkin. So with the napkin, this isn't a tissue. It's a bit thicker than a tissue, but let's see what happens if we spray into our tissue here. So I'm going to round it up a little bit as if we're spraying it into our nose. So let's see what happens. So the good thing is the tissue stopped most of it from dispersing, but guess what happened? On the back end, I didn't completely close my spray bottle, which meant that the sneeze or the droplets that weren't caught in my tissue actually went the opposite way outside and were still able to escape and disperse into the air. You can also see that the tissue is wet with germs, which means that we'll have to ball it up and throw it away. And even when we ball it up and throw it away, those germs are still on our hands. So ultimately, it's absolutely best to ensure that you are washing your hands, and especially now, to ensure, not only now, but anytime you have to sneeze, to ensure that you aren't spreading those germs. As we saw earlier, the sneeze reached about 5 feet, a little over 5 feet, meaning that they can go super far, and also they can probably go really far because we weren't able to see the air droplets that remained in the droplets that remained in the air that just kind of dispersed everywhere, maybe on the door, maybe on the carpet, maybe even on the table behind me. We weren't able to see those germs. So with this being said, always remember to sneeze into your arm, sneeze into a tissue, or sneeze away from others to ensure that you're keeping yourself and those around you as safe as possible. And of course, afterwards, you want to make sure that you're washing your hands, sometimes even taking it all the way up to your elbow for at least 20 seconds to ensure that you are getting them as sanitized and clean as possible. As always, as Mr. Sergio says, you can sing your favorite song. You can sing Happy Birthday, which is a perfect 20-second song, anything that you like. So that's all that I have for you all today for Wellness Wednesday. Please join us tomorrow. We have a very exciting activity planned. We're going to do an explosion a STEM activity for you all. So we cannot wait to see you. Again, if you are from one of our sites, let me know. I can give you a shout out in the comments. If you aren't from Baton Rouge or you're not one of our members, please let me know where you're from, and I would like to acknowledge you as well. Of course, we're doing everything that we can do to keep our members engaged at home. We want to bring the club experience to you, and this is the best way, so just let us know how you're feeling and give us a shout out. We love to hear from you all. Again, we have our Goose Chase app. And on our Goose Chase app, you can do a scavenger hunt around your area, which is very, very exciting. You can win a BGC swag bag if you complete the most activities. So give that a look. It's on our Facebook page as well. It's just an app that you download. Very, very simple. However, if you have any questions, definitely let us know. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss D and Mr. Michael. Thank you, Miss Leslie.